Today's rockin' hit is Free Ride, recorded in 1973 by the Edgar Group and written by their keyboard player and songwriter, Dan Hartman. Sadly, Dan passed away in 1994, but he left behind him Free Ride and a number of other great songs. The song has been used as the intro to a number of feature films and was featured in Rock Band 3. Here are the amazing riffs of Free Ride. Okay, I've already mentioned wonderful riffs, and Free Ride has some great ones. There are also some chords in the song, so when we get to the verse and the chorus, and I watched a few videos to watch how Rick Derringer and various other guitar players played the chords, whether they used bar chords or open chords, and most of the time it's open chords. So you're going to need an open D chord, an open C chord, an open A chord, open G chord, and the exception in the chording is an F sharp minor, which you'll need to play the bar chord for. And those are the 5 chords you need for Free Ride in the verses and choruses. Okay, before we get to that tricky riffing in the intro, let's talk about the chords as they're played through the verse and the chorus, the chords I just showed you. So we have as follows. Okay, so you can see the progression there was D, C, A, G, G, A, D, C, A, G, G, A, and then when we get to the Come On and Take a Free Ride, we've got F sharp minor, those are 2 hits down, F sharp minor, G, A, F sharp minor, G, D, and then F sharp minor, G, D again. So let's take a look at what the right hand is doing during that strumming. Well, logically, the next thing to show you would be the 2 riffs that occur in the middle of and at the end of the Come On and Take a Free Ride section. And so after the first F sharp, G, and A, there's a nice little riff in there that's made up of just kind of a little walk around the 2nd and 4th frets of the 5, 4, and 3 strings. So again, that riff is just played on the 2nd, up from on the 5th string, from 2 to 4. Then you can play 3rd and 4th and 3rd strings at the 2nd fret, 4th and 3rd at the 4th fret, back to 4th and 3rd at the 2nd fret, and then end up on the D string at the 4th fret. Okay, now the next riff is the signature. And of course it comes at the end of this little progression, after those final 2 D chords. You You want to squeeze the pick on this one, squeeze it pretty tight to get that kind of squealy sound that you want from that. But basically what we're doing here is we're picking down on the 4th string, and then we're moving our 3rd finger down from 5. Actually what I'm doing is using the 3rd finger, then the 2nd, then the 1st, then moving the 1st down to the 2nd fret. So I'm using 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and then moving that 1st finger down to the 2nd fret. Just those 4 notes played along with the open 4th string. And then at the end I've got a little box there, 2, 4, 2, 2 on the 4th and 3rd strings. Okay, let's tackle that intro. I thought I'd try my hand here at explaining what's really going on, except on a different part of the neck. But what we're really playing here, the chord progression of the intro is A, G, D, G, D, A, G, D, G, D, A. Except we're not playing it down there. What we're doing is playing different versions of A, G, and D. And the first version of A we're playing is way up here. Okay, so I've got my 1st finger across the bar. I'm barring the 9th fret at 9th fret, and I'm barring the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings at the 9th fret. And then I'm adding what essentially is an A minor 7 type of chord, but my 2nd finger goes to the 2nd string 10th fret, and my 3rd finger goes to the 4th string 11th fret, and that's an A chord. Okay, and that's the one I'm going to play in the intro. The G chord I'm going to play is played naturally by sliding this just down 2 frets from A to G. Hear that? Chord is made just by lifting off those 2 fingers. That's like a bar D chord without the bar. So I've got A, G, D, G, put it back on for the G, G, D, A, and that's just a regular A chord played at the 5th fret. So, sorry. Okay, got that? And that's just this. Translated up the neck here in the different versions of the chords. Okay, now we need to transfer these into the feel and the rhythm of the song. So we're going to begin here at the 7th fret of the 5th string. Okay, so we're hammering up to 9. 1st and 3rd fingers I'm using. And then barring, that's that D chord. That's that D chord, okay? That's the first little bit. Then I got to get up to the 9th fret here and hammer on the A chord. So I would go basically from an E to an A here. Okay? Keep working on that. And then I slide it down. And it's... And that's the G chord to the D chord. Okay? That's the first half. And then those are the last three chords, right? The G, the D, and the A. We're playing two A chords in this sequence. We're playing this A and this A. And the in between is the other stuff. Let's do it slowly. Okay, let's take a look at what the right hand is doing. And when we get this up to speed, you practice this over and over and over again, and eventually when you get it up to speed, there's a that kind of continues on through what we just played. Like that. And so just kind of keep that in mind. That's going to keep going. Whenever you pull your fingers off the chord, you're going to hear this. And whenever you put your fingers on a chord, you're going to hear that. Okay? And that's the signature riff for Free Ride. Okay, just something I wanted to mention before we get into a full playthrough of the intro, verse, and chorus. In a perfect world in this song, you have two guitar players, and one is playing a little gritty, and the other is playing clean. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. You know, if you're the only guitar player, you either have a choice of going somewhere in between with your sound, or you use pedals, and you click in and out of your overdrive. Because you definitely want overdrive for you want sustain, and you want that to be gritty. However, note that the final note there is also the first note of back up to the riffing up there. So I watched Rick Derringer play this, and that's what he did. He finished it. He settled on somewhere in between for his sound, finished this riff, and then slid up and went back into the opening riffs of the song. So it's just something to think about as a guitar player. Okay, well, let's do a playthrough of the intro, verse, and chorus. We'll leave out all the boom, 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 which is very cool, but not part of what we're doing today. Yeah, and what I've done here is I've decided to compromise as Rick Derringer. What's good for Rick's good for me, I guess, and I've kind of got a sound that's in between. I won't quite have the bite on some of this stuff, and I won't quite have the clarity on some of the riffing, but it's a compromise. And here we go. So come on and take a free ride. Come on and sit here by my side. Come on and take a free ride. Well, most wonderful things in life aren't easy, so the fine-tuning for today is really 3 words: practice, practice, practice. And that's because this riff is a tricky riff. And to get it right, I don't play this song regularly, so to get that sounding right and consistent every time is going to take a lot of work. But that's why you're here, to have fun and learn and be better. There it is, Free Ride, the Edgar Winter Band. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.